Today, we're moving on to the hiking trails in Sedona. With beautiful scenery, amazing red rocks, Sedona can offer the most amazing hiking opportunities. You can get in a car, admire the red rock landscape as you drive down the highway, but for a more immersive experience, we recommend get out of the car, put on your hiking shoes, and step into the trails.
So this is our first full day in Sedona. I had a few things on the itinerary today. Like, we have 3 hikes. The first one that we tried to get to was like Bell Tower hike or something like that. At 9:30 in the morning, not a single parking spot in the parking lot. So we left there. And on the way out, we were saying, geez, it sure would be nice if Sedona had a shuttle service to take people around to these hot spots. Apparently there is, so we need to find out about that. But now we were on our way to the Chapel of the Holy Cross, I think. Yeah. Is what it's called. And on the way, we saw another turnout for another trail, which wasn't on our list, but it has parking. So under the category of go with the flow.
Yes.
We found parking here, parked the car. We're going to check out this trail and then see if, in a little bit, if we can find parking at the Chapel of the Holy Cross.
Yes. And pretty soon he'll be in vacation mode, I hope. Taipei, Mr. Taipei.
I thought I was having a good time.
Driving me crazy.
Driving her crazy. That'll be the name of my next album.
Driving you crazy?
Yeah.
Our first selection was called Little Horse Trail. This hike is 4.3 miles out and back. It's rated moderately challenging. People average 1 hour, 48 minutes to complete this hike, and it has a 564-foot elevation. We noticed a very slight incline on this particular hike. It's a wonderful hike. It wasn't on the itinerary, but it was absolutely gorgeous, and a lot of these hikes do hook up to one another too. So if you wanted to walk farther, you could have. We could have actually ended up at our original hike.
At Bell Rock.
Yeah. It had absolutely gorgeous views, gorgeous vistas. You could see Cathedral Rock. And you could also see the Chapel of the Holy Cross that was actually visible and to our left. And we learned as we walked this trail that there was actually a connecting trail to the chapel.
Yeah, because I think originally we did have visiting the Chapel of the Holy Cross on our list of things to do. Thought we would be driving there, but once we learned that we could walk there on this kind of a detour that veered off of the trail we were on, we said, hey, maybe we'll just walk there.
Yeah, we knew the parking at the chapel was crazy.
Yeah, so that, I guess, another good reason to walk it. Yeah.
It's very hard to get parking there. I was looking at the side of this rock formation here, this hill, and it almost looks so perfect, like people placed it. But it's not. It's nature. Nature placed it.
So on this Little Horse Trail, about 3/4 of the way in, you start to get close to the mountains, and you get to this, like a creek area here.
Yeah.
And at least when we're here, like, water's not really running. There's some wet spots, but this is a nice spot to stop for lunch if you have a bite to eat.
Yeah, because we're here in December, so we haven't quite got a snow melt from up high, so it's pretty dry.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
We're almost at the end of the trail.
Yep. But we made our way to a place called Chicken Point. All right, so Pink Jeep Tour said it is called Chicken Point, this area out here, because it used to be a challenge for Jeeps to go out there and drive around it and come back.
King of chicken?
And they don't do it anymore.
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about how sometimes when things don't go as planned, they help to go maybe better than planned, or at least as good as your initial plan was. So today, so we're in Sedona. Before we got here, I went on TripAdvisor and looked at, okay, what are the best hikes to do, and scheduled those in our list of things to do. One of the problems when picking the most popular hikes is unless you get to the parking lots early in the morning, oftentimes by the time you get there, the parking spaces are filled, which happened to us today at Bell Rock Trail.
Yeah, and we got there 9:30, 10 o'clock, right?
Before 9:30.
It was before 9:30?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Not a parking space to be had. So we thought we would go to Chapel of the Holy Cross, but you had seen on the side of the road a turnoff for another trail that wasn't on my radar, Little Horse Trail. So we pulled in that parking lot, found a parking space. And so a few things with this is when you do these trails in the Red Rock area of Sedona, you do have to buy a parking pass for the day.
$5
bought our
as
pass,
of today.
and it's good for the whole day. You can even get, I think, a week-long pass. And then we learned in the parking lot there's a shuttle that comes like every 10 to 15 minutes that could take you to different sites. So we decided, since our car is parked, when we're done with this hike, we will go back to the parking lot and probably jump on the shuttle and go to some other places.
All right, so as we were hiking this trail, we noticed off to our left the Chapel of the Holy Cross. So it was so close, and I kind of in my head was wondering, is there a trail that heads over there? So sure enough, the split for Little Horse went the other direction to the chapel. So we're going to come down off of this section, go to the chapel, and then come back.
Yeah. So I think the one tip that I wanted to throw in here is when you're going to places like Sedona, hiking places in Zion, Bryce, Utah, etc., if you're using TripAdvisor to map out, here's the things I want to do, one of the strategies you can take is scroll down more toward the bottom of the list. What are the not so popular hikes? Because I'll tell you, this one wasn't on the big list, but it's absolutely beautiful. We have got beautiful views of Cathedral Rock that way, views of the Holy Chapel that way, and this trail is stunning. And when you find the not so popular places, you're going to be more likely to get a parking spot.
Yes.
Yes.
Key
Yes.
to getting around here.
So you're welcome for our top tip of today. Let's go hiking.
Okay. Some tips for this hike is pack food with you. It's really fun to just stop at a really nice, pretty area, sit down, have a bite, have a little whatever your preferred drink is, and just relax.
Enjoy the views.
It's fun,
Yeah.
And hiking poles are optional. We did use ours, but it was very flat in a lot of areas.
Yeah.
We use ours not only for up and downhill, but we also just use ours for stability.
And every now and then there's that
Little slip.
or a little rock in the path that's all it takes to kind of lose your balance. So trekking poles help. Sedona should be on your bucket list of places to bring your trekking poles if you're into hiking. There's lots of hikes that are short and easy. You can walk on a few in one day with the short trails, and that's one of the things we did on one of our days. So if you're a novice hiker or an experienced hiker who enjoys challenges, Sedona offers trails for everyone.